In today's video, we're going to be taking a look into the crazy world of Swiss YouTube star Angelic Venus. This story has some juicy twists and turns that you will not want to miss, so stay tuned to the end for the whole scoop. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Who is Venus Angelic anyway? Venus Angelic began her rise to stardom on YouTube way back in 2010, bursting onto the scene with many videos that highlighted her knowledge in makeup and fashion. Her tip videos blew up, with a handful of her videos telling views well into the millions. On her channel today, she has 251 million total views and roughly 1.8 million subscribers. That reminds me, if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. Help us get to 1.8 million soon. Sorry for the plug, moving on. In 2012, Venus made her most popular video titled How to Look Like a Doll, which raked in a staggering 16 million views. For those who do not know, Venus's popularity can probably somewhat be credited to her striking resemblance to a doll, so much so that her appearances earned her the nickname The Living Doll. While Angelic's content was mostly centered around her goal to be as doll-like as possible, she created other typical blogger content such as what she ate that day, and various other events of her day were also highlighted in her YouTube videos. Venus's hectic personal life. While Venus is obviously the star of her YouTube channel, it was very clear to see in the early day of her career she was merely a puppet tied to her mother's strings. She was commonly being told what to say and what to do by her mother, and Venus's content reflected that. With all of her videos being overbearingly controlled by her mother, it was hard for Venus to do the content she truly wanted to do, which consequently made it difficult for Venus to even enjoy her work as a YouTube star, a job that is wanted by millions around the world. Venus's mother's grip on her life became increasingly unhealthy for their relationship, so much so that the fans of the channel began to point it out. Viewers of the channel would comment on the videos saying how controlling Venus's mother was being, claiming that Venus no longer had any creative control over her content, and that her mother was just using her to promote her as a brand, rather than support her child's YouTube career. Eventually, Venus had lost autonomy for any of her social media profiles, resulting in her mother posting things pretending to be Venus, including destroying her relationship with her boyfriend at the time. This would be far from Venus's worst incident on her channel, but the conflict between Venus and her over-controlling manager mother was still too much for her to handle, eventually causing Venus to move away from her home in Switzerland to the home country of her then lover Manaki Okada, who hails from Japan. Venus and Manaki. The relationship between Venus and Manaki has been kept relatively private. However, we do know that after dating for a year, the pair finally wed in a private ceremony in 2015 in Japan. While Manaki and Venus's relationship ended quite abruptly soon after the couple got married, Manaki did play a huge role in Venus's departure from her mother and helped her move away from her, allowing her to branch out and be the content creator that she wanted to be. In 2015, before the couple got married, Venus's mother was very vocal about her distaste towards Manaki, even bluntly stating that she flat out didn't like him. Venus's mother accused Manaki of being a guy who chases younger girls, a bad worker, and a manipulative boyfriend. As we mentioned before, Venus's mother went as far as to purge all of Venus's and Manaki's relationship from all of Venus's social media. The worst part about it all is she did it without Venus's permission, and she did it pretending to be Venus so her fans would think they had broken up. This resulted in the couple moving away from Venus's mother and starting their life together in Japan. Venus currently resides in Japan. However, while living in Japan, she decided to make a life-altering trip to South Korea. The reason? To undergo a controversial surgery in order to induce weight loss. Venus's scary ED. While Venus and Manaki were dating, Venus departed her home in Japan to have a weight loss surgery performed on her. Venus reportedly visited 50+ doctors before a doctor finally agreed to perform the surgery on her. This, of course, being due to Angelic's already slim build and her lack of need to have the surgery performed. The surgery included shrinking her small intestine and stapling a section of her stomach shut so her stomach capacity would lessen. This type of surgery would usually only be used when a person needs help controlling eating and needs to lose a drastic amount of weight. Angelic, however, was already very slim and was in no need for the surgery. However, Venus unfortunately suffers with body image issues and felt that she needed to slim down more in order to look more like her idea of a doll. The surgery at first was a success. However, it eventually led to all sorts of complications. Including her being unable to consume any food or drink, resulting in her hospitalization. While in the hospital, it was revealed to her that food was passing through her collapsed stitches in her stomach and entering into the blocked off portion of her stomach. Venus was reportedly vomiting 10 to 15 times each day due to the issue. And to make things worse, her surgical site had become infected, resulting in extreme pain. She also did not tell anyone about the surgery, so she suffered by herself in the wake of the surgery and during the unfortunate rehospitalization period. She had to undergo an emergency surgery to repair the problem, which thankfully was eventually resolved. Venus's continued downward spiral. Unfortunately for Venus, her troubles did not stop there. After she divorced her husband, Venus entered a dark chapter in her life. The successful YouTube star ventured into more dark content for her vlogs, going into frightening detail of her abuse of alcohol and even began to drink during her vlogs. It appeared as though her fractured relationship with both her ex-husband and her mother took a toll on her mental health, which was one of the reasons her vlog quality began to take a hit. In 2018, Venus posted a video titled "No More Being a Fake." In the video, she confesses that her life is not all sunshine and rainbows like her YouTube persona would have you believe. She admitted to feeling lonely, crying constantly, and living in a constant state of sadness. She promised that she was done hiding behind her fake positivity her channel demanded, and that she was going to be more open about her struggles and be more genuine to her fans. This resulted in her diverting away from her usual innocent and childlike persona and diving into the start of a more adult journey. Venus started drinking to excess on camera, resulting in very public meltdowns, which were always deleted after the fact. Some fans appreciated the more adult side of Venus, claiming that she was finally allowed to make decisions on her content, and that this more realistic side of her was much more relatable than the fake doll persona she had been doing for so long. With all of her newfound freedom, Venus took another unexpected leap that most of her fans were not prepared at all for. Venus's content switch. Not long after Venus dropped the real-life doll act, she announced on her YouTube channel that she would be starting an OnlyFans account. Although OnlyFans can be used for any type of subscribed content, the patron site is well known for its allowing of not safe for work (NSFW) images. And Venus's account is no exception. When she announced this change, many fans were disappointed with the direction she was taking it in terms of content creating, as this drastic turn would undoubtedly alienate her youth audience. Older fans of Venus, on the other hand, thought this was the creator's first step into taking the creative wheel and finally having a full say in regards to doing what she wanted to do. Although her switch to doing adult content was unexpected, it is one of the former YouTube star is happy with, spending much of her time either endorsing and advertising her NSFW content or actually making it. Regardless of what you think of her decision to make adult content, it is nice to see that Venus is finally happy with what she does and is in full control of her body, her content, and her finances, which she obviously was not in control of for a majority of her career in YouTube. And that's the video. What surprised you the most about the rise and fall of Venus Angelic? What do you think about her recent content change? And what do you wish you could say to her mother given the chance? Answer any and all of these questions in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. We'll see you in the next video.